Pop will be interviewed by us, a thing we did earlier in the week, right after this next commercial break. China Girl. One of the guys that wrote that song with Bowie, the only other guy that wrote that song with Bowie, was Iggy Pop. Iggy is with us today, and I thank you very much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It took us a couple of weeks to grab you for this show.
Yeah.
Thank you for making time. You've got a special announcement. You're doing something with Iggy Pop.
Yeah, I'm not making any more Iggy Pop records. It's Jim Osterberg records now.
Which is your real name?
Yeah.
James Jewel Osterberg, is that correct?
Yeah. All my friends, you know, they always call me Jim anyway.
Yeah.
And it's just gotten to be a real... It's gotten to be a stumbling block to the music at this point, this Iggy stuff, and I'm sick of it.
So from now on in, records will be made by James Osterberg.
Yeah, or Jim Osterberg, I think he's the name.
Let's call you Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, yeah. So all the other cats do, you know.
Right. So can I?
Yeah, please.
Right. Okay, Jimmy, when you co-wrote that song and you've had it out yourself, did you think that Bowie would do it?
No, I didn't. And when he told me he was going to do it, he played it for me at home. First he asked me, can I record it? I said, please, yeah, record it. And then he played it for me at his home, and I thought, that's a pretty natty version. And then he said, this is going to be a single, Jim. It's going to hit. I said, David, no. I thought. I didn't want to say no, because why cross your own good luck? Right. But I didn't think it had a ghost of a chance, you know. And he said, you wait and see. He's got an awfully good commercial here.
Certainly good.
Yeah.
Did you think it would be that big?
No, I didn't. In fact, I thought that I knew he was going to put out Let's Dance first, and then he said, Jim, I'm going to put this out as the second single. And he had it all planned. In fact, you know, in the States, it's not even in the top 20 yet. I'm going to bring it slow because he's starting his States tour, and as the tour goes on, he wants it to build.
Makes it all work.
And yeah, and I'm real proud of it. I'm just so proud.
How close are you with David? Is it a really strong friendship? Do you see each other a lot? Or?
It's the strongest friendship I've ever imagined. You know, very, very strong. And yeah, of course, we see each other when we can, which seems to work out to about 2 vacations a year, and some odd project of some sort. What we talk about a lot these days is, you know, we've both been making records for an awful long time. And our conversation these days tends to center on movies more. What he would like to do, I don't like to speak for other people, but what he seems enthusiastic about in conversation is directing films.
Right.
He seems to feel that he could be a much better director than an actor. And of course, that sort of thing is hard to finance, but I think the first project we talked about was in 1975, when I was really down and out in L.A. David had this incredible idea, beautiful idea, for a sci-fi movie about a young man, a young sort of a jerk, a stooge, it's like my old band, a guy named, I think he was going to call him Jim Stark. And this fellow was going to be a victim of the system in that he was going to be an astronaut who thought he was going to the moon. Right. But in fact, they only put him in a capsule and put the capsule in a TV studio. And the TV studio is made to look like the moon, and he gets out of the capsule and thinks he's on the moon, and it goes on and on, he gets shot. He gets killed for glory, for some political end. That was the first script. We've talked about a lot of scripts since then. There's a new one that is so hot. He's got a script like you wouldn't believe, but I can't talk about it because it's his, you know. But
just away from that, if we can take it back to China Girl, would that be the biggest song, like hit-wise, chart-wise, that you've been associated with in your career?
Right now, yes. Probably the other one would be No Fun. The Sex Pistols version of No Fun did much better than mine.
How do you do with royalties? You were mentioning something before we came in. They're just starting to roll in?
I'm just starting to do very well. I'm just starting to receive my first royalties on Raw Power, which was made 10 years ago. Yeah, I had to settle it with a lot of lawyers with a fella named Tony DeFries, Main Man. And so I'm just starting to get that, and I'm just starting to get my royalties from The Idiot and Lust for Life as well. But
You'll be very rich come 1990.
I can tell, yeah, right. Yeah, it's a secure feeling.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what's really important about that China Girl song. The reason it really worked was that he had this beautiful music, and at that time I had been living in the gutter, just a mess. And when you're in the gutter, you don't have experiences. And one thing about not having experiences is you can't write. So I had to go out and meet a person so that I could have an experience. I met a Vietnamese girl named Quay Lin in France, in Chateau d'Aravis, where I was recording it. She was the girlfriend of a guy named Jacques Higelin, who's a French musician of some repute.
Right.
And I really dug her. So I used to follow her around through there was a sort of a jungle growth behind the Honky Chateau, it's known as. You must have heard of it. And I used to follow her around I only had fatigue pants at the time, army fatigue pants. And I thought about Brando in, what was it, Tea House of the August Moon or something?
Yeah.
And that's how I came up with that lyric. And to me, the important part about a lyric, it's still, I get no kick from champagne. You know, I like remembering what I did.
Right.
More than the money. I like the money.
So that was the inspiration. We'll have a look at On Board, and then can we talk with your lady?
Yeah, sure.
Who we may have another announcement to make.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at Iggy Pop. Sorry. Well, was it?
Let's have a look at Osterberg. It's always been
Here's Jimmy.
Osterberg.
Here's Iggy Pop, who is our special guest, James, as of today. Jimmy, that lady further back had given you inspiration to write music.
Yeah.
You have a new lady. Would you introduce us, please?
That's Suchi. That's Donnie.
How are you? Have you enjoyed Australia?
Yeah.
And you're from Japan, of course, Tokyo. Did you meet
right.
when you were there before coming to Australia?
Yeah, we met in Tokyo. I got a girlfriend.
Is there a little idea that, a big idea that you may tie the knot?
Well, I got to ask her old man.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you'll be going back to Tokyo shortly?
Yeah. From here, I think we're gonna go hang out in the jungle for a while, Bali,
Right.
and then see what we can do. You know.
Do you think your father will be agreeable? Will he say yes?
Well, I have no idea.
Oh, we'll have to wait till you get back. Please let us know since you get the nod, eh?
I'll drop you a line.
All right. Sizes of music before we have to say goodbye to both of you. Which do you prefer? Do you like the pub, the intimate size of audience, or would you prefer the big concert arena?
I dearly love the intimacy with the audience that you find in a pub, but in a concert or in a pub, I mean, you know, like when we go to the pub, we all tend to have a tip or two. That can get to a guy after a while. So I find that in a pub, I start getting down and dirty. On a concert stage, I start to fly. I feel like Peter Pan. So probably I would say the best of all possible worlds would be to do about half of each.
A couple of
Yeah.
a couple of
Sometimes if I do too many concerts in the States, my head gets big. You know, I think I'm Jack the Lad. You know, and it takes a pub sometimes to take me down a notch and you remember how to play.
It's nice to be back there on the street again, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Do you like the term godfather of punk?
Iggy did that, man.
Yeah, sorry.
Exactly.
Okay, Jimmy?
Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. You know, when the first time the word punk appeared in print was in a review of my first album in Rolling Stone magazine, and I had to look up what it meant. You know?
Jimmy, thank you, man.
Thanks, Don.
Travel well. I hope to see you next time you're back in Australia. Suchi, good luck, and may your dad say yes. Soweto is the song we'll have a look at. We've been speaking with
Oh, I love Soweto. That's
Jimmy Osterberg.